Hey y'all! Who here loves fried chicken? Well, have you ever guys had fried chicken at Knott's Berry Farm? Well, if you ate there or not, in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to inform you the chicken dinner at Knott's Berry Farm. In fact, did you know that till this day, Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant is a historic landmark that many people come to visit just to eat. Since 1934, it has served over 20 million customers. When I was a little girl, I used to go to Knott's Berry Farm just to eat at Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant all the time. Also, my family used to do business with the Knott's family, so I say I'm pretty informed about how the chicken dinner got started and where it stands today. So today, class, I will go over the history of how the chicken dinner got started and where it stands today with the new ownership. So now let's go over how the chicken dinner got started. Walter Knott and Cordelia Knott, the owners, first started their business by selling boysenberries, but purchased more land to build a room called the Tea Room. On the Knott's Berry Farm website, the Cedar Fair Entertainment Company informed that on June 1934, Mrs. Knott's traditional chicken dinner started on a Wednesday afternoon, where she served the fried chicken in her farm for just 65 cents on her wedding plates. The reason why she started selling these chicken dinners was to make money since they were going through the Depression. And in another source, Wikipedia explains how they eventually built on the tea room, which became a restaurant. And this is the same room that is used for the chicken dinners today. The mother would do all the cooking, and the 3 daughters that she had will do all the serving. Another cool little fact that I would like to inform you is that my father used to sell chickens to Knott's. He would sell 600 living chickens to the Knott's every 2 weeks, and the Knott's would take care of the butchering or whatever they would like to do. Now that we went over the history of how it all got started, let's go over how the chicken dinner stands today. In the 1990s, Mrs. and Mr. Knott's passed away, and the 3 daughters decided to sell the Knott's farm to another investor. In a study in the U.S., authors, crappy names, Baeza E., Arnold C., Jalila M., Chardon P., Jagod V., Mersana F., Duran C., Mediu K., Elbihan DeVol E., Barry C. explain because of the increasing demand for raw cuts and processed products, there is a trend to produce very heavy broilers, meaning the 3 daughters were trying to choose a good investor that can keep up with the demanding of the chicken. So they settled and sold it to a company called ConAgra Foods. But later, that company sells it to the current owner named J.M. Smuckers. You would know J.M. Smuckers in the market where they sell peanut butter and jelly in the same jar. If you guys go and visit the store, it is located 2 doors down from Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant. You will notice that all the jellies and the jams and the syrups have no longer the Knott's label on them. It is now referred as Smuckers. But nonetheless, the Mrs. Knott's Chicken Restaurant is still a success to this day. And my last source, named the Press Enterprise, explained how Mrs. Knott's Chicken Dinner Restaurant will have a new menu with a new price starting at $16.90 for a single meal. But don't worry, they keep the signature fried chicken, the chicken gravy, the chicken soup, mashed potatoes, veggie, and the boysenberry pie. So today, class, we went over the history of how it all got started and how today it is still successfully running with the new owners. And there you have it. I just told you the history of the Knott's Berry Farm Chicken Dinner. So the next time you go visit the restaurant, you can appreciate Mrs. Knott's for not giving up in the Depression and making her famous fried chicken. Thank you.